I've been living my life, just minding my business and carrying on. And then this huge pandemic comes up. And then we're isolated, we're social distancing, and then next thing I look up and there's a big, huge racial situation going on. That's like 2 pandemics back to back, pow, pow, so badly. When I saw that knee on the neck, I just threw my hands up and said, Lord, what now? And that knee on the neck has brought up so much now. It's brought up people talking now, people are opening up about racism. There's just a whole dialogue going on internationally everywhere now. And that's exciting to me to see. But in the meantime, I was numb. I had all these feelings stuffed in. Anger, disgust, frustration, rage, just all kind of like, is this really? I could not believe it. Cynthia. So right now, I'm so full of stuff right now. I just want to scream. I don't use social media a lot to vent. This is my time to really be able to do it. And I thank you for the opportunity, because this is like, it's just too much. And I joined Facebook for being an artist, to show my art, to see other art. And that's basically why I joined Facebook. But then other things came in with politics and religion and all other things. And I didn't join it for that. So I try to stay away from that discussion. But now I'm just like, it's insane. I've been doing art since I was a kid, and Africa was often my topic. And I always do masks and stuff, like in junior high. For some reason, I'm from a small white college town in Ohio, Southwest Ohio. And so, and we weren't taught Black history at all. We might have heard about Martin Luther King or something, but that's about it. But Atlanta, when they had a convention there, and Africa Speaks Through My Art was my term for my presentation I did there. So I brought my kente cloth and mud cloth and beads and stuff to show how I use it in my work. But I'm noticing, by the way, with the artists, the term tribal art comes up often within our community, a whole lot. I see the word ethnic art or ethnographical and terms like that, cultural art. But I was wondering what tribe are they talking about, first of all? Tribal art, that's like a blanket term used so often. And so I was just wondering, for the artists out there, maybe we can get together again and have a discussion, like a round table. What is tribal art to you? But I take my sources from, this is one of my favorite books, the Visual Arts of Africa, that has all kinds of math and different architecture and culture and things. This book I've had for years. Some of you may even have it in your studios, but it's got I'm doing it. And then I've been doing the Adinkra symbols often, which is another form of symbols. Well, anyway, this is a whole dictionary showing how Adinkra symbols are used from that language. And with that, I've been doing like the earrings, using a Sankofa symbol, meaning never, don't forget where you came from. There's a meaning to all these. This is the Jinyami symbol, the symbol of omnipotence, okay? And then I use African indigo fabric often, which is one of my favorite color schemes. This was like a Beyonce, I think, photo transfer. She kind of turned in. There are other, literally, tribes from the Ife tribe. This mask is Ife. So I make it meaningful to me personally what the actual tribe is. This is another one from, I think, Bowley. This mask is made a mold of. I've been making hinges. Thank you, Tori Hughes. May you rest in peace. This is my own tribe. I just made up this little face myself. And when I walk in retreats and conferences, I do see color. I look for us. I look for my kindred spirits out there in the room. Where are my people that are in this conference? And I don't see very many. I'm off sometime, at least the only one there. And I do see color. You can just, Cynthia, get up and go to the store and shop and then go to a restaurant and eat sometime. And then when I go, I may have a different experience. When I go out the door, I may have to be guarded because I'm Black, and I may be waited on last in a restaurant still today, or the waiter may ignore me and walk by. I may be followed in a department store or a small boutique because they think I may steal something. So that's going on today. A friend of mine just texted me saying that her daughter had a birthday party in Atlanta, and too many kids came, and someone called the police. And the first thing the police said was, "Are the kids black or white?" And so we're tired. Some of my friends are actually reading up on, they're getting books out and reading about racism and slavery and Black history. And there's so much discussion going on now. Oprah just had 2 days worth of shows on with panel discussion. And because of you, I decided to have my own retreat because you have one with your friends every year somewhere, renting a cool house somewhere in an interesting city. I said, let me try this. So you helped me get mine launched. And I call it Sisters of the Clay Retreat, Making Kindred Connections. That's the subtitle, Making Kindred Connections. So because I know there are a ton of polymer clay artists out there that look like me, but I don't get to see them. So I started gathering names and seeking and searching and finding people, and I'm still finding new people online mainly and on social media. They're doing polymers. So it's fun, and we can see each other's work and dig into the culture.
Okay, what can I do? How can I make this different?
I was told that I really don't have a place to teach you because it's been going on so long that we are asking you to teach and talk to each other. Have your own discussions on it amongst yourselves. Yeah. And as I was putting on Facebook recently, I'm not doing well, and I'm not looking for pity. I'm not asking everybody to give me a hug emoji and all that and stuff. But it's just that it's good to know that your friends are out there supporting you, and yeah, it's not an easy feeling right now to get. But I just realized a lot of people don't know how to handle this or know what to say or how to even start a discussion. So this is new for me too. This is just coming to the surface. It's coming out into the light. I'm open. I'm learning myself. But I'm really inspired when I see these young people out there marching of all different races. Oh my gosh, they have so much energy and so much. They've got the power. They're dedicated. They have stamina out there. Cynthia, this is fantastic. It's inspiring. It gives me hope for the future. The young people of the future. That's who we're looking at now. That I've been zooming along, making like crazy. All the stuff is coming out of me right now, and that's how I'm dealing with this. Tours. I went to Ghana back in 2010, and for me that was full circle because in elementary and middle school I was making African masks, and here I got to go to Ghana where they actually make that stuff. Because when I go to Pier 1 Imports, you'll see a mask or something on the wall, and there's no signature on it, and you never know who's making these things and who's weaving this fabric, which I met Chambers, who's responsible for me being in the Smithsonian, because she was one of the jewelry artists that went on that trip. And her jewelry was in the museum when they first opened, but then the buyer asked, an artist that does pins? She mentioned my name and said, Debbie Jackson. I'm like, yes! So that's how I got into the museum gift shop.
And you've worked your connections all along. The sculptor you were working with?
Yeah, Woodrow Nash. Yes, that was a collaboration, a brief one though. We met. He wanted me to make a 5-gallon jug of beads. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I didn't want to do that. He would have probably had anyone else do it, but I didn't want to. He makes ceramic.
In a way, that goes right back to you were bothered by the anonymous masks in Pier 1. And what he was asking you to do was really be anonymous again.
There we go. So he ended up getting a bunch of my necklaces. He bought a bunch to put on his statues. I was so happy about that. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting though. That's always bugged you. That the tribes don't have a name, that the art doesn't have a name.
Yeah.
Doesn't have an artist attached to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So with polymer, I'm just kind of twisting this around a bit, but with polymer, it allowed you to make those things, but with your name on them, where the artist is visible.
It's just a rich, very rich country and full of great designs. I'm even doing, I even have a book on Cuba cloth. Oh yeah, this one. The Cuba designs. Represent that. I did a whole collection of that. So I like to make collections of work and move on to the next collection. Actually, what do you think about doing a Zoom group eventually? Because this topic is fresh. It's not dying yet, but what about a group? Be able to be on camera on?
Oh,
And
that
just,
would be fun if you'll give me names. I mean, I know people too, but if
yeah,
you can suggest people like some of your women who gather, that would
yes,
be fun.
yeah. Or
Yeah.
even a mixture of people. Yeah, just to get all the input in. Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
Say thank you for bringing this to light, Cynthia. I know it was difficult for you to call. And the day that you called me, I said, oh, bitch, you must be calling to see how I'm doing.
Oh, see, I knew I would stick my foot in it. Well, I am calling to see how you were doing, but I was thinking about how I was doing, really.
Sure,
So I might want to revisit that.